Hi, this is Marky.
Hi, this is Freddy.
We are here to help you play the best games at the lowest possible price. And with that being said, let's get started.
The first digital game we have for this week is Hitman 2 on Microsoft Store for $8.99. This is an action-adventure game that focuses on stealth and definitely succeeds at that. The game at its core is still the same, where you will know a little about your target at the beginning, but you will improvise and make a plan on the spot as you see fit, based on the information you will come across, whether from hearing it from a random conversation beside you or from a random event that happened as you pass by a certain area. Of course, you can still be creative with your stealthy style, where you will knock down people and use their costume to enter a restricted area that would not have been possible without your new outfit. The maps are huge and filled with tremendous opportunities and creative ideas to assassinate your target, and that's why replaying each mission is totally logical in this game. For instance, after you beat a mission, you will unlock mission stories that will require you to do your assassination in different situations. This means that you will have to approach the same map you played before in a completely different manner. Each time you complete one of these mission stories, you will be able to understand the story better and understand how the characters are related to each other. The game will take about 10 hours if you want to just beat every mission quickly, but doing every challenge can extend the length of the game to maybe 25 hours. The downside is that the story is basic and could have been done in a better way. Regardless, if you like stealth games, this is a must-play game at this price.
We're going to move from a stealthy game to a game that has literally too many explosions, and it's all in the first 10 minutes. And I'm talking about a deal over at Amazon. This is for Final Fantasy X, X-2 HD Remaster. Normally $40, you can get it for half off at $19.99. Now, I feel if you catch anybody who had a PlayStation 2 back in the day, I think most of them will tell you that Final Fantasy X is a genre-defining game, being one of the first ones that was to enter that new generation. I know Final Fantasy VII got a lot of attention, but Final Fantasy X brought Final Fantasy into the new generation at the time. And now you get to replay it again or play it for the first time with new HD visuals and a brand new style that kind of makes it gives it a fresh new feeling while still keeping it pretty nostalgic for those who are familiar with the old title. And you get two games in this case, since there was a sequel, Final Fantasy X-2, that does change up the style pretty drastically, at least the combat anyway, but still keeps the story going. It's a big, elaborate world with its own rules, its own magic, its own locations, all kinds of stuff that I will not get into for the sake of spoilers. But I will tell you that there's a reason why people talk about this game a lot. And it's a great way to play it at the lowest price that I've seen so far. So if you can pick it up, definitely do it.
If you've been enjoying the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications.
That's right. Subscribing will always contribute to helping our channel grow, and those notifications will keep you posted on all the latest and biggest deals before they ever expire. And with that said, let's keep going.
The next digital game I have for this week is Batman Return to Arkham for $4.99. This is a remaster to Arkham Asylum that was released back in 2009 and Arkham City that was released in 2011. Yes, you'll be getting both games in this bundle. The game includes all the DLC for added contents and added Batman suits from all generations of Batman, like the animated Batman or Batman from the 1970s with the blue suits. Arkham Asylum was great at its time, but playing it now in 2021, you might feel limited in what you can do. Basically, a lot of punishing, then you use detective mode to go around a locked door. The setting of the game takes place in literally one place, which is the prison in Gotham City. However, Arkham City, the second game in this bundle, is where things matured and the game got a lot better. First, now you can go through Arkham City, and the city has a lot going on. On top of that, Batman now has a lot of gadgets in his belts to use. So he will start to think like Batman in the way he hides and the way he plans his attacks and uses his technology to beat the enemies in a stealthy way. The story is much better. The fighting mechanics are super smooth and fun, and on top of that, you will get to play with Catwoman, which is a great spin to the gameplay as well. So overall, Arkham Asylum is a good game, Arkham City is a great one to have, and for $4.99 is the lowest price we have seen for this bundle, and it's definitely time to purchase if you like Batman.
Amazon is back with another deal. Now, this one is for Sea of Thieves. Normally a $40 game, you're getting it to $27.99. Not bad, actually. And I'm going to say this real quick, too. The game is available on Game Pass, but if you guys have yet to subscribe to Game Pass, this is a great deal to grab one of the biggest games on the Xbox generation. And I'm going to say this now because a lot of people kind of missed the train when the game first launched. The game has received a ton of updates. There's now so much to do in this game. It's crazy. In fact, the game just got a recent release. If you're a fan of Pirates of the Caribbean, there's now a whole expansion based on the Pirates of the Caribbean and a big crossover that you can play once you grab a hold of the game. Now, there's a bunch of content to explore. It is definitely recommended to have a few friends, but the game is perfectly playable solo. You just have a smaller ship that you can manage on your own. But you get a lot of your best moments when you're with a group of people trying to manage the ship, raise anchor, lower the sails, try to find treasure. There's so many puzzles to find, so many treasures to explore, so many things to do. You can ally with pirates, you can create enemies, you can be attacked by ghost ships. There's so much to find and so much to explore. And what's great is that the game has very little structure kind of getting in your way. There's no definitive story that you can follow. It is branches off, of course, into its own separate campaigns, but you're not restricted in any way to do it. And while it does seem daunting to kind of have all that choice right from the get-go, once you find a route and stick to it, you're going to be finding yourself coming back and playing the game again and again. And it's going to want to get you to get some friends. And the best part is, if your friends are looking to grab the game, we got you set at a very, very low price for this game at just $27.99, 28 bucks. So if you guys can get it, I say you guys because you probably want to grab some friends. Go ahead and grab it because it's one of the lowest prices we've seen for it so far.
So I found that Cash App has 15% off on any purchase made on Microsoft Store, and you can use it as many times as you want for a maximum of $5. Maximum as many times you want every 6 hours though. The deal expires on July 22nd. And in order to do so and know how to use it, check the description below.
Some honorable mentions for you. These are on the Microsoft Store, so these are going to be digital only titles. The first one is going to be for Quantum Break for $12. A live action / video game kind of interactive experience that uses a few well-known actors from, I know there's one from Game of Thrones. See if you can catch him. And it's a very interesting kind of like mystery or thriller type of title, and definitely worth it at that price. So definitely give it a shot if you're into that kind of genre. Another honorable mention is actually going back to earlier when we were talking about Return to Arkham. You can actually complete the trilogy with Batman Arkham Knight all the way down to $5. That means just for 10 bucks, you can have the entirety of the Arkham trilogy. And of course, an up and down roller coaster of emotions for a story involving a character that doesn't really show a lot of emotions, but it's a fantastic game that of course takes what was popular in Arkham City and raises it up even higher, and with higher stakes and a drivable Batmobile. So definitely worth it as well. And you can have the entire collection for just 10 bucks, but if you want to just grab Arkham Knight, it's there for $5.
A lot of the deals that we mentioned last week are still applicable to this week, so make sure you check those videos.
We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, feel free to let us know in the comments if you played any of the games that we mentioned this week.
Our question for this week is, do you prefer stealth games that are based on real life situations like Hitman, or the one that are based on comic and animations? Let us know in the comment below as well.
Thank you, and be sure to check out our channel next week for more deals.
See you next week.